Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another layout update. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been lacking a little bit in getting footage of what exactly I've done. But there's still plenty of fun stuff I'd like to show you guys. For example, we finally have Kato signals. 2 on either side of the tunnel, to be specific, with each signal pointed directly towards the tunnel for if a train's going either direction. These pieces are phenomenal, and I promise I won't make this whole video just a review on these things. I do have to say though, so far they've been a blast and just amazing to work with, so might as well talk a bit about them. I currently run DC only, but whenever I do switch to DCC, these can be switched as well. They also have a pretty simple wiring setup, and as you'll soon see, work on a timer system. Once an engine trips the signal, it turns red, after some time it'll turn yellow, and now we're back to green again. When an engine is approaching, it will stay red. And quite funnily, since this is a timer system, you can stop an engine right after the signal and it won't stay red. That aside though, they are completely and totally a blast. Again, if you couldn't tell, I really enjoy these. We also finally have water. This is Woodland Scenic's water. That is basically a resin that dries to a clearer, hard state. My fiance actually mixed the blue the water is, and this entire section was masked off and left for about 2 days. Thankfully, after that, it did dry pretty well though. I recently started to add the wave details, but as you'll see, I kinda have to do some more. And if the water was coming, it meant the lock had to too. And that has been built up with mixes of ballast, rocks, bushes, and most recently different types of turf. It's also probably a good time to announce that this is no longer gonna be Castle Lock. It is still a lock though. This really couldn't be Sodor. I mean, now it has modern signaling. This also admittedly doesn't really look like Castle Lock, so what is it now? Well, in my opinion, it's something a bit more fun. It's a preservation line that just so happens to be on a lock. And who exactly runs this lock? Not the fat controller, it's me, yours truly. It's honestly a simpler idea, sure it's not too deep, but it's more or less just my ideal or dream railway. And speaking of that, heads up, we'll meet the first engine to run this railway very soon. I don't know what I'll call it yet, but it's a lock, it's modern day, and for some reason, because it's mine, there's a preference towards smaller locomotives. It just is what it is. But that's pretty much all of the big stuff. There's an adorable greenhouse in the back now. The track is secured down with nails and glue in most areas. Now what? Well, you read the title, Static Grass. And yes, thankfully, I actually recorded it this time. For this, we'll use a mix of Elmer's glue and 3 parts water, with just a bit of dish soap added. I also have a Mod Podge mix that's made the exact same way for when this runs out. And tonight we have 2 different types of static grass that are both the same color. They are different sizes though, that being 2mm and 4mm. And of course, a cheap, boring old applicator that is again cheap. It was like 30 bucks on eBay. Hopefully it does well though, so let's add the grass. What I did was take the glue and spread it out over larger areas, then do the grass thing and just rinse and repeat until I ran out. And when I ran out, which was sooner than expected, reused what didn't stick by using a towel, as well as my vacuum. And what you basically do is take the towel, put it on the end of your vacuum, and basically the towel will catch the grass instead of just pulling it up. Then it can be reused, and I did this maybe once or twice. You'll see all this in the time lapse though, that's enough talking. Let's just watch it happen. And like I said, sadly, I did run out of grass. But we did make it pretty far here. And though right now it's all very uniform, soon I'll get some varying colors and hopefully blend most of this out. Most of the mountain, left side, and house area are pretty much complete, at least with the first layer. Now I just need to buy some more to finish off what I couldn't. And this probably isn't a good idea since I still have more static grass to do, but I also added a few trees. Yeah, this will probably be a pain later, but they look good now. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are right now. We have a new signaling system. We're finally starting with the static grass. The water has been added. Thankfully, this all is really taking shape pretty quickly. But again, this isn't something I'm trying to rush. I really want this to be a sort of passion project and just whatever I want it to be. And so far, it's been just that. And maybe a little bit of a headache too, just on the side. But hopefully I'll have even more updates for you guys soon. And even more importantly, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video too. On the chance you did, be sure to like and subscribe for even more train content. There's always more stuff on the way. And really quick, as always, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons. Thank you guys for making videos like this possible. Alright, now I gotta get more static grass. God damn, it's never easy. It's always fun though.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.